Now we arrive another important topic to write our codes. In writing, in English, in Turkish, we use the punctuations like at the end of the statement, a full stop, like a question mark in the question sentence at the end of the question sentence. Now we are gonna learn which punctuations we can use in writing C. It's really important you understand, but I will provide more explanation during the class and during the examples. But now I will give the basic points that you need to understand. Let's begin. But before beginning this thing, today I want to make something very clear. Now, we know that we have the mathematics in our daily life, in our education. Now we are learning C, and they are not always equal symbolizations. In mathematics, we use some notation that we can misunderstood in C. Okay, so please pay attention that we can use some symbol in mathematics, but in C we cannot use. For example, in mathematics, you can use this, right? But in C, you cannot write this. There's nothing like that, okay? Or in mathematics, you can write like that, right? But in C, you cannot. There's nothing like that. So when we are gonna learn punctuations, again, please pay attention that in some punctuations is different in mathematics and C. But some punctuations are still the same. I will come to this point again, but please pay attention that mathematics it's a language with different notations, with different punctuation, with different rules. And C is another language with its own language rules for punctuations and blah, blah, blah. So please understand that you know the math already from the primary school, high school, okay? Now you are learning C. They are not equal, okay? Sometimes you want to do this mathematical operation in C, but you have to write it differently, okay? They are not equal. So please pay attention to this and try to understand the differences and similarities between mathematics and C. I think I am clear. Now, let me clear this and let me continue. So parentheses, we can use the parentheses in many ways, but remember that in mathematics, we use the parentheses for functions for providing the parameters. And C, it is the same. We can use the parentheses showing that f is a function and x is a parameter. So we use the parentheses to wrap the parameters and to show the functions. Okay. And also in mathematics, remember that you can do 3 plus 1 minus 5 in parentheses. So in mathematics, you know that you need to do this minus 4, then add these 3 up and becomes minus 1. So basically we use the parentheses to give the precedence to the priority of the operations. The same thing in C. So far in C, there is not a big deal difference between mathematics and C. It is almost similar. Okay. Now let's move with the brackets. So in the brackets in mathematics, we use for identifying an array index. If the array is A, in brackets, I means that ith element of that array. Everybody knows. So it is similar or it's the same in C, no problem. Now we have the curly brackets, or braces. Okay, the same. But remember, the writing is not like that. The writing is not like that, but the writing is that there is a curve here. Pay attention. You have to write these, okay, in your handwriting. Please study this handwriting, okay? So pay attention. We have seen this at the very first week, beginning and ending of the main function. Remember that? We put here, for example, integer, main, and like that. So these curly brackets in different directions, it looks here, it looks in that direction. So this shows the beginning and end of your program. Okay, we mostly use these. All right. And of course, it's not only for the program, but we are going to write the functions, or we are going to write some code blocks. It shows the beginning and ending of the code blocks. Okay. Comma. We can use the comma, separate the elements in the function arguments. For example, in mathematics, we do f, x, comma, y. It's the same idea in C. Also in C, we use, remember that in the last week, in the previous week, integer a, comma, b. So now I declare two variables, data type of integer, a and b. So between, I use comma. So separate the elements, either in parameters or in variable declaration. Semicolon is the statement terminator. As you remember that we already discussed in the first week. So we use at the end of the statements as semicolon. So now it becomes a complete statement with semicolon. Compiler understands that the command finish here, the command finish here, the command finish here. So each semicolon represents a statement, a command to the compiler. Okay. We have the column. Here is the column. To indicate a label statement, we will come later. Asterix, or you can think about it as star, right? Okay, Asterix. In mathematics, we mostly write like that, right? So the 5 times 3, we are going to use these asterisks, and in C, we are going to write these. Okay. And it is related with pointers, but we will not cover the pointers. So equal sign. Now, we have come to the very important point, so I will clear and I will talk about this especially. I said that in mathematics and in C, they are both languages and they have different languages actually. Assume that this is Turkish and this is Arabics. Okay, something are similar. Okay, some words, some notations, some rules are similar, but not all of them. And some of them different. Here is very different, very important difference here, which is equal sign. For that, I would like to explain something. The symbol and meaning. Okay. For example, the symbol is a plus. What could be the meaning of plus? It could be the meaning addition, right? Or summation. But the same symbol we can use to denote a positive number. Positive number. So you understand that the same symbol in one language, for example, mathematics, can have two different meanings, right? It could be an addition operator, or it is a positive number operator. Okay, it could be different meanings. The same symbol for different meanings. And now we have two different languages. When we have one symbol, it could be different meanings in mathematics and C. All right. Here is the difference. The symbol is equal sign. Now we have the symbol is equal sign. And equal sign, let me clear this. The equal sign has different meanings in mathematics and in C. Different meanings. In mathematics, 3 equal 4. We can read like that. Is 3 equal to 4? And the answer to this question is yes or no. Am I right? Everybody knows that, right? So in mathematics, equal means, for example, 3 equals 4 is a question actually. If 3 is equal to 4 or not, and the answer is yes or no. But in C, it is not like that. In C, it is an assignment. Okay, assignment operator. So in assignment operator, it is totally different meaning. I will explain in a minute. But here, please notice that this equal sign, different meaning with C. And we don't read this sign as equal in C. We are reading this assignment. We don't say equal, we say assignment. For this meaning, we have another thing in C, double equal sign. Double. If you put 2 equal signs here, then it is equal. Okay. If it is single, we call it assignment. But if you use double equal sign, symbol, double, then it's gonna be equal as in the mathematics. All right? I think it is clear. Can I move on? Any questions? Can I move on? It is really important because mostly you will do some mistakes and your result will be very surprising. You didn't understand. You put, for example, 2 plus 1 and it will become stupid things in the screen. Because of this, this is equal. This is just assignment. I will explain assignment in a moment. Okay. Already we know this hash symbol where we use, remember that it is preprocessing directive, right? We use it include or define. Okay. So these are the basics, but we are gonna learn the details during the examples.